Hello and welcome to this special interview with me, Mustapha Darboe. I have come today to the Fisheries Ministry, and with me is Dr. Banja. He has been here since 1981, and to talk to us about sustainable fisheries management, but within the context of youth unemployment within the fisheries sector, but also some issues happening in the Combo South. Dr. Banja, welcome to this special interview.
Thank you very much, Mr. Darboe.
Let's give a context to this. How significant is the fisheries sector in terms of its employment generation, but also in terms of its significance in the area of providing animal protein to the society?
Thank you very much. What should I say? Good morning to viewers. Yes, I have been in this sector since 1981, following the completion of my secondary education. Fisheries is a very important sector. I always tell people it is a sector that has the potential to create genuine employment opportunities for Gambians. It is a sector that has the potential to increase the participation of Gambians in the sector, hence contribute towards ensuring food security. It is a sector that has the potential to generate revenue and foreign exchange for the country, and it has the potential to improve the dietary nutritional intake of Gambians through the consumption of fish. As you know, is a very important animal protein, very important in our diet.
Could you tell us briefly, like the important strides your ministry has made within these past years to sort of towards protecting marine resources, but perhaps the small pelagics that most of our population relies on for animal protein?
Yes. With the advent of this government in 2017, we first had consultations, stakeholder consultations. This was followed by consultations with experts who were charged the responsibility to prepare our national development plan. For the fisheries sector, it went through a consultative process. All stakeholders were consulted at the artisanal level, at the industrial level, at the policy level, and other stakeholders.
Artisanal, you mean the fisher folks?
I mean small scale. Artisanal meaning small scale. So we have come up with a goal for the fisheries sector, as clearly spelled out in the NDP. And the goal of the fisheries sector is promoting a vibrant fisheries and aquaculture sector, promoting a vibrant fisheries and aquaculture sector through research, sustainable management, and utilization of the fisheries resources that would enhance employment and livelihood opportunities, income and foreign exchange earnings, food and nutrition security. The goal, I must admit, it is in perfect harmony with the policy objectives of the sector. And the objectives are first to ensure the rational and sustainable management of the resources so that it can continue to benefit us. This is the fundamental policy objective.
Interesting. Let's look at that sustainability within the context of illegal fishing, for example. There are a lot of people who says, for example, we have a 200 miles coastline, and our Navy could only monitor, based on my research, only about 60 miles radius. Tell us about it. I mean, what's the challenges the ministry is facing regarding illegal fishing?
Well, managing and developing of our fisheries sector includes protecting the resources. And illegal, unregulated, and unreported fishing, IUU, is a global problem. It is affecting globally, and the Gambia is not an exception. We do have issues with illegal fishing practices. Like, for example, fishing in the wrong zone.
Within the 9 nautical miles.
Yes, that is illegal. Fishing without a license is illegal. Fishing using the wrong mesh sizes is also illegal. Fisheries in the Gambia, particularly industrial fisheries, is legislated, meaning it is regulated. In fact, now we do not allow fishing to happen from 0 to 1 nautical mile. But from 1 up
even
to...
for artisanal?
Even for artisanal. Even for artisanal. From 1 up to 9 nautical miles, that is reserved for small-scale fisheries activities. 9 to 12, 12 and above.
Trawlers.
Trawlers, depending on the gross tonnage of the trawler. That will determine the zone that you are allowed to fish. But when we came in 2017, we started to negotiate with Damen shipyards in Holland to supply us with 2 patrol boats, including the rehabilitation of the Banjul shipyard. It went through a series of consultations, including feasibility study, to find out the viability of the project. After everything, we realized that, well, this is important for us. The Navy, they are constrained. They are challenged technically in terms of having
surveillance,
effective and efficient patrol boats to continuously monitor our territorial waters, especially as it relates to fishing activities. We are conscious of that. And the Navy, they are a very important key stakeholder.
But you didn't get to buy these boats?
We work with them. We collaborate with them. I prepared a cabinet paper. The prayer was granted. We had all the invoices. We, in partnership with Ministry of Finance, instructed the Accountant General to open an escrow account through Central Bank so that we can effect the payment, at least to have 1 patrol boat, including the rehabilitation of the shipyard. But along the lines, it was revealed that if we had entered into that, it's going to increase the debt burden of the government by 135% of GDP.
Yeah.
So
the project couldn't move.
Even though the fisheries sector was going to take the responsibility
of payment.
And how are we or were we going to do that? Through funds that we are having from our Sustainable Fisheries Partnership Agreement with the European Union. We have funding for access. We also have funding for sectoral support yearly. But also, in addition to the licensing fees, the fines, and any other revenue accrued to the sector.
So, but how many trawlers have you caught illegally fishing in the Gambian water since 2017?
I cannot tell you offhand now, but I know last year, following the signing of an MOU with an international NGO called Sea Shepherd, We signed an MOU, the Ministry of Fisheries, the Gambia Navy, Sea Shepherd. So during that period, we have made significant arrests, maybe totaling to 15 vessels.
In 2019.
20,
with Sea Shepherds.
yes. You know, but let me say this. All the boats arrested were given authorization to fish in Gambian waters. Mainly the infringement that they committed was fishing in the wrong zone.
Okay. So that means they were giving authorization to fish in the waters?
From 9 to 12 nautical miles, from 12 to the high seas. So if you are caught fishing in 7 or 6 nautical miles,
yeah, you committed a crime.
Yeah.
Because
that's not your zone. That's not your
lancing conditions.
Yeah.
What becomes of the cases? You settled them out of court?
Yeah, we settled them out of court because there is a provision in the legislation to have an out-of-court settlement committee to help the Honorable Minister in the administration. So this committee comprises key government institutions. So when arrests are made, reports are sent to us from the Gambia Navy and from the Fisheries Department. On the basis of that, we summons a consultative committee meeting to discuss the issue. And the institutions involved comprise Ministry of Justice, legal experts, our ministry, Ministry of Defense, the Gambia Navy, Gambia Maritime Administration, and other institutions.
When you are settling cases out of court, do you have the legal, how much do you usually charge within?
It depends on the seriousness of the offense and the frequency
Of the offender?
Of the offender. If you are a
serial offender,
you can even lose your license. You can not be even allowed to fish at all in our waters.
So, but you do know that, I think in your act, that the minimum, when a foreign vessel is caught within the, violating its lancing conditions, they're supposed to pay within the court, at least if it goes through the court system, a minimum of 5 million to a maximum of 25 million, or a jail term of, I think, about 5 or 10 years. I think that's the crime. That's the penalty for the crime. But usually when your ministry settle cases, you would come down to $1 million a fine, or
exactly,
far less.
Because it doesn't make sense to fine an offender $25 million for fishing in the wrong zone.
But that's what the law says.
No, listen, that we are going to revisit those laws. Those laws came into being the later part of the last regime. Those laws are not, if we are to apply those laws, we will kill our industry.
But that's what the law is.
But we settle this out of court. Look, even the law, we don't go strictly by the law, even the courts.
That would be illegal.
But what I'm saying, look, you have to listen to what I'm saying, all right? We have a consultative committee that sits and discusses the fate of these offenders. Everything is documented, reports are prepared, and are circulated to all the institutions, including the fines.
Yeah.
All right?
The point
for us, it's more beneficial to settle the matter out of court than going to court.
Why?
Court, they take time. Usually they take time, right? And secondly, when it gets to the court, we lose the fines, the revenue. It goes to the judiciary instead of coming to support.
It will go to the Consolidated Revenue Fund.
No, it goes to the judiciary. Please. I know what I'm telling you.
Yes, but this would be charges that would be levied. It goes into government's account.
Look, there is a provision that such fines should go to the Fisheries Development Fund.
Absolutely.
Okay, in our legislation.
Absolutely. Fisheries Development Fund. I read the legislation. The Navy, the Fisheries Development Fund, and part of it to the Consolidated Revenue Fund.
Listen, if you want to know, I think you want to know. You have to listen.
I have the act here.
Yes.
So I know.
That is for arrests.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
All right.
Yes.
Certain percentage goes to the Consolidated Fund.
Yes.
Certain percentage goes to the Fisheries Development Fund.
Yes.
And 30% goes to the Navy as ex gratia.
Absolutely. That's the point I'm trying to make.
The Navy are represented in this court,
that's what I'm
committee.
Saying. That's what I'm saying.
All right. This committee there is legislated.
I know. What I'm trying to say.
Going to court is also legislated, but it is at if the offender wants us to go to court, we'll go to the court.
The point I'm trying to make is that there is an opportunity for you to settle it out of court. That's in the
and that is what we use. That is what we have been doing since the advent of this
That's
government.
in the legislation.
Yes.
But for now, the focus of my question is on the violation. The crime has a penalty. It has a cost. And the cost, according to law, is a minimum of 5 million.
Look, this is why we have a lawyer in the court, in our committee, to guide us. We don't go by the 5 million and the 25 million.
But if you don't
if
agree
we
with
go by that,
change
excuse me, if we go by that, we will kill the industry.
Then change the law.
We will, exactly. This is what I'm telling you. We are going to amend this. This doesn't make sense. This happened when we were dismissed by Jammeh in 2015.
Yeah.
That's when these bad laws came in. I will not subscribe to these bad laws, which will kill our industry.
But
our industry,
you are not sure you are
excuse
not motivated
me, sir,
by any motive to make out-of-court arrangements.
Pardon?
You're not motivated by any motives to make out-of-court arrangements.
That depends on the offender. If the offender wants us to go to court, we will go to court. But what I am telling you,
no hands are greased for you people to reach an out-of-court settlement.
How can our hands be greased?
People can reach out to you and bribe you to settle it out of court.
Well, this is what you think, but this is a committee comprising different institutions. So I don't know how you can bribe all these institutions.
Information of how you reach these decisions are never made public. So
What
there
do you
is
mean?
less transparency.
What do you mean?
It is only government agencies that are part of it, but you don't make these decisions public.
What do you mean public?
Do you publish them?
Well, we have a website.
When
you want to know the information, you will get the.
I was at the website every day for almost a month.
You come, we will give you the details of the arrests made and the fines.
But you don't even know.
All right. You go to the. We don't even see the money. You go to central bank and pay. We just see the receipt.
Yeah.
When you bring the receipt, on the basis of that, we instruct the Navy to release the boat.
Oh, you see, just one question on this. Under this.
But you have to understand one thing.
Yeah.
Our industrial fisheries is foreign dominated.
Yes.
Mainly foreigners.
Yes.
You don't have Gambian-owned fishing trawlers.
Yes.
There is no Gambian who owns a fishing trawler.
Yeah.
And we have a responsibility to manage and develop the fisheries sector.
That is why you make the penalty harsh for foreign vessels.
No.
Are you saying that penalty is too harsh?
For me, 25 million in the end, you know, if they are unable to pay. In fact, we have got some boats which were arrested. All right. This guy cannot pay the fine. The boat is confiscated. It's with us.
Where is that boat?
It's here. We are going to give it to.
What's the name of the boat?
I will tell you. You contact. It's KKK.
Okay. But you know, in the plea bargain, it's a normal thing in legal practice when you are bargaining a plea, like you are.
This is not a legal thing.
No, I know, but you are guided by a legal instrument, which stipulates a crime and its penalty. When you are negotiating with someone, with an offender, you have in mind the act, but you people think the act is not good enough, you are doing it your own way.
Wait, we are not saying the act is not good enough.
But that's what you just said. You said
what we are saying, the fines. You, somebody who has been given a license to fish in your waters, commit an infringement fishing in the wrong zone. Okay? You find that person $25 million. or $5 million, more than the cost of the vessel. If he is unable to pay the fine,
confiscate the vessel.
Fine, we'll
That's what the law says.
confiscate the vessel. But then what happens next?
We give it to our nationals, perhaps.
To who?
We do what the law says.
What is that? What does the law say?
We give it to our nationals if we confiscate it. To Gambians.
You know, the way you even talking to me shows me that you don't know about this sector.
Okay.
To operate a fishing trawler, you must have the capacity, you must be trained to become a pilot. You must be trained to become engineers. You must be trained to become boatswains. Okay. So we have to have the capacity.
Yeah.
I hear even this at the National Assembly saying we should buy trawlers and give it to Gambians. This is laudable.
Okay.
But we have to build the capacities. We have to have the requisite number of trained manpower to be able to man.
Okay.
And operating a fishing trawler, you think that is a joke?
Okay. So let's move on because you don't have much time and we need to quickly finish this. Yes. With regards to sustainable fisheries is a fundamental aspect of not just the NDP but also your ministry's agenda. But there are a number of fish mills operating in the Congo South which is at variance with that goal. Do you agree? It's
not at variance. The goal is to develop the sector. And developing the sector, of course, you have to have industrial fisheries. Fish processing plants, including fish meal plants. These fish meal plants were established well before 2017, right?
2016, actually. Golden Lead.
Okay. Fine. Having all the necessary approvals to operate. And let me tell you, we do conduct yearly what we call acoustic surveys to determine the level of the biomass of our pelagic resources.
Then how much?
Which are mainly the ingredients that the fish meal plants use.
You know about the FAO 2017 report on the small pelagics?
Look, we participate.
I know.
You're telling me about 2017, I can tell you about 2019.
2018,
I can tell you 2019.
I know about those
all
reports,
right.
but
I can tell you about 2019.
I will crave your indulgence and we'll come to that. What did your research shows about how much tons of fish the golden lead and others are using? Let's say golden lead.
No. I cannot tell you that how much tons they have used.
You don't know.
I cannot tell you.
Well, you don't know how much tons they use, the capacity.
But look, I cannot tell you how much tons of fish they have used. All right? But I can tell you that we have the resources to exploit. And these companies will definitely use those resources. The priority is for the small-scale artisanal operators. When we reach to a level whereby the resources cannot sustain operations, we will have to, look, management of fisheries is dynamic. It changes as circumstances change. Right now, we are facing scarcity of fish.
Why are we facing that?
Exactly. Because Gambians are not ready to take up fishing.
Is it Gambians or is it golden lead and other fish?
It's Gambians. We don't have... Look, the Senegalese are gone now. Go to Tanje, go to Gunjur.
Well, we will say
go to Tanje now, go to Gunjur. Go to all these landing sites.
This has been a long-standing argument, but...
no, listen, let's be frank.
Okay.
Right now, we have imposed temporary closure on night fishing to reduce the fishing pressure.
Yes.
To allow regeneration of stocks.
Yes.
Like Sardinella.
Yes.
Oh. All right?
Yes.
But also, the lack of adequate fishermen, foreign fishermen right now, are not operating in the Atlantic coast.
And that's contributing to scarcity
of
fish.
Let's
go to the FAO report that you were talking about. Let me read you a quote that the FAO report says. Landing of small pelagic fish have increased mainly due to fish meal factories.
Have increased in where?
In Congo South. No,
let
me read.
Congo's FAO report.
Yes.
All right.
I have the FAO report.
No, okay, man. Actually, read it for me.
I printed a good part of it. I can show it to you. See, I've read enough report on the fisheries sector. This is the FAO report I'm talking about. And the part I am quoting, is saying landing of small pelagic fish have increased mainly due to fish meal factories in two major landing sites, Gunjur and Sanya. There were 89% increase, a jump from 15,000 tons to 28,000 tons in catches of bonga fish from 2016 to 2017.
How many thousand?
From 15,000 tons to 28,000 tons.
15,000
to 28,000.
And you are telling me 1,000 tons a day.
No, I am. Wait. And it says similarly, there are 60 increase. This is catches that lands on our shores.
No.
Now it's saying similarly, there are 61% increase in catches of flat Chardonnay from 2016 to 2017, a jump from 7,000 to 11,000 tons. And the same report says
11. How many thousand tons do we have as the biomass?
The same report says the artisanal fishing sector has experienced increase in fishing efforts mainly due to establishment of 2 fish meal plants targeting small pelagics. This is the report you're talking
Mainly
about.
2 small fish meal plants.
We
have 3.
FAO is saying.
We have 3.
No, I know, but
we have 3.
No, the third one came later.
We have
this
3.
is 2017 report of FAO.
Okay,
and released in June 2018.
Right. Okay, fine. Yes. What is the biomass? How many thousands of metric tons of sardinella do we have?
No, the point I'm trying to
do we have? You have to know the biomass.
I think
this. Listen. You have to know the stock level. Look, the FAO, they cannot get this information without us. You know that?
You participated in the process.
Exactly. This is why we have allowed them to operate. This is why they are operating.
No. You participated in a process that concluded that the fish meals are reducing the fish stock in the waters, but you still keep them here.
But they have not depleted our pelagic resources.
But that's what FAO is saying.
No, it's not. They are not saying that.
Well, the report is for everybody to
read. You have to understand, if there is an increase from 15,000 to 28,000 metric tons.
I am quoting you an explicit quote.
Look, FAO is our partner. You cannot look. What I'm telling you, this is not conclusive.
What is not conclusive?
It's not conclusive. The surveys, we participate in the surveys every year.
But then what?
We have more than, we have over 500,000 metric tons as biomass.
But what do you mean?
Over 500,000 metric tons.
But what do you
You are quoting me 15, 28 tons.
What do you mean that it's
How many, who are the people who are harvesting this pelagic resource?
What is not conclusive?
What I'm saying, look, we are not here to argue. I think we are here for an interview. But what I am telling you,
this is FAO stating that the fish meals are increasing.
Yes, this is to tell us that this is why we have not increased the number of fish meal plants.
But it's telling you
the resources, our resources, I am telling you, can handle 5 fish meal plants in the Gambia.
The FAO is disagreeing with you.
This is what the Fisheries Department is telling you. This is what the Fisheries Department is telling us, and Fisheries Department is part of this working group. Fisheries Department is part of this working group. We have, the biomass. You know what biomass is? You don't know that. Do you know?
No,
we are not here to argue.
No. Let me bring you to.
Look. I know your interview is purposely for these fish meal plants, but I can assure you, these fish meal plants, as long as they are complying, will operate.
Now, okay, let me give you an example.
All right, go to the communities and ask them whether the advent of these fish meal plants have brought them havoc.
I was there.
Go to Gunjur.
I was there more than 10 times.
Go to Gunjur. Go to Khartoum.
I was in all these locations.
Go to Sanyang. Ask them.
And they disagree.
Ask them.
They disagree with you because I was in these communities for more than 10 times. Yes, and let me give you an example. Have you read a report called "Fishing for Catastrophe" by Changing Market Foundation?
No.
Okay. Peter, the captain of Sea Shepherd.
Yes.
Peter told me that the ships that they have caught, 16 that they've caught with the Navy in 2016.
Not in 2016.
No, 2019, sorry. In 2019. Out of that, 11 out of 16 were caught within the 9 nautical miles, and they were part of the ship that were supplying fish to the fish meal.
It's not true.
No, but this is
That
what
is
Peter said, and he's the one on the
No, listen. I don't like people making fabrications. Please.
Peter is a professional.
Peter,
Is she chef?
Peter, I signed an MOU with Peter.
Yes.
All right? And what Peter is telling you and what I am telling you, what should you believe? Who should you believe?
Well, Peter is on the sea. He caught fish.
We launching those boats to go and fish.
He catches them and report them to you.
We launching those boats to go and fish. And Peter doesn't go alone. Peter goes with Fisheries Department staff and the Navy. So the boats, if Peter tells you that the boats, all of 9 of them supply the fish meal factories, it's not true. And Peter will be here very soon.
Okay. Well, in the you said I've read 3 reports. Greenpeace concluded the same
Those
thing.
people, you telling me about Greenpeace, you telling me about this environment people. Me, I'm thinking, excuse me, I am concerned about the sustainable management and development of the fisheries sector to benefit Gambians. My focus is for Gambians to increase their participation in the sector, create the environment for them.
You disagree with even FAO?
I'm not disagreeing with FAO. We have our data, we collaborate, they are a very important partner, but what I am saying, we have the resources to sustain these 3 fish meal plants and even more.
Well, the FAO
and
said
even more,
and
okay. Even more. But right
yeah.
now, because the priority is for small scale operators, we have decided not to grant any approval to any fish meal plant. And since Honorable James Gomez came into this office, he has not given approval to any fish meal plant. So what do you want us to do? To close them?
Well, Zambia put a ban on industrial fishing in 2015.
What happened? Over 73 boats were poaching in our waters, stealing our fish from 15.
But they are still poaching in our waters.
No.
They're still poaching.
No, they are not.
They are poaching.
No.
You claim on your website that from 2019 to 2020 you got 32 vessels
fishing, not illegally fishing, committing an infringement, fishing in the wrong zone. All right.
There are those who don't have a license.
No,
there are no those. There are none who.
That's the highest crime that you will ever commit. Fishing without a license is the highest crime. You know, my brother, I've been in this sector for a very long time,
let's look at these statistics. We have about 1,700 plus additional fisher folks, right? With boats.
Fisher folk.
Yeah, boats, right? In the waters. Your agreement with Senegal puts over 200 Senegalese boats in the waters and 15 Senegalese trawlers in our waters. You have an agreement with EU that gives them an opportunity to take over 3,000 tons of tuna from our waters. You have an agreement again with that same EU to take over 750 tons of hake from our waters. The fisheries resources is depleting. Certainly, it's being overfished.
Thank you. Our agreement with Senegal is not anything new, has been here since during the First Republic.
We are talking about the sustainability of it,
Listen,
not whether it's new or not.
We have signed an agreement with Senegal, and this agreement, both countries are benefiting.
How?
And
how much what does Gambia benefit from it?
Well, creating employment for our youths.
Really?
Yes.
By putting them on trawlers?
Yes.
5 young people on a single trawler?
Exactly. And after 3 months, these 5 young people, each will come with nothing less than $50,000. You have that 1 year, 100,000.
That equates with what they are taking from our water.
No, listen, you are challenging me. You don't want, it's like you want to, you have an agenda. If you want to know, just have an open mind.
Okay.
But as an interviewer, you cannot have an agenda if you want to know.
No, I have an open mind. I'm trying.
No, you have to come and you have to come.
To ensure facts
even
are
this
established.
year. Even this year. All right. You're talking about the Senegalo-Gambian. We have only licensed 3 boats through that license agreement. Senegal, from Senegal. Only 3. How many Gambians are getting training in Senegal from the fisheries sector? Doing PhD.
Tell us how many.
Doing PhD.
How many?
Doing master's degree.
How many?
5 of our people, our colleagues went to Senegal to get training in the area of aquaculture. And all this through this agreement. Our agreement with EU is on hake and tuna. Hake is deep sea. We do not have the infrastructure to even harvest hake. Tuna is seasonal and highly migratory. It's not every time that we have tuna. Look, you are talking about these resources. Where are the Gambians to go and exploit those resources? Tell me.
And
if we have those Gambians,
justification to make decisions
no.
preserving.
What I'm telling you, what is ideal is to have Gambian-owned fishing trawlers operating in our waters, landing their catch in the Gambia, adding value, and of course
shouldn't
exporting.
your policy be creating that?
It's created. The policy is for that.
But you're not creating that. Instead, you are giving it to foreign.
Where are the Gambians? Where are the Gambians?
It's your responsibility to bring Gambians into the water.
How?
That's your job.
How?
To provide them with the facilities necessary and the training required to do it. Isn't that your job?
To operate, to have a fishing trawler. Excuse me. To have a fishing trawler, that is my responsibility. To give you a fishing
a policy and an enabling environment. To
the policy is there. The environment is there. The policy is there.
P.S. I've met Gambians.
The policy is there. How many Gambians will be willing to take out their millions to buy a fishing trawler, have a fishing company? Tell me. How many Gambians? Just tell me.
No,
apart from Obi Konate,
you've been here for
apart from Obi Konate, live fish.
Years.
All right? Obi Konate, live fish. And who else? Rosa Montre. All the Gambians who have their establishments are not operating. Rather, they lease it to foreign investors. And those companies are creating employment for our sisters and brothers. What do you think? You think we will sit down and wait for Gambians whilst they are stealing our fish? We are not doing anything. Just talking, our fish. Will that make it your fish? If you don't go and harvest it, you just talk our fish. Go and harvest it and bring it. Then it becomes yours. But if you sit down, our fish, sitting down in the booths, drinking attire, our fish.
In 20,
there are Gambians who are benefiting from the fisheries sector. Many of them.
Okay.
And we will continue to encourage and work with them. Those who are committed and ready to work, we will work with them.
Yes.
We will support them.
Yes, you and I knew.
We will support them. And we have been doing that. Listen, I have been in this sector for a long time. We have trained how many Gambians to become fishermen? Even in your community, Salikenya. How much support have we provided to Salikenya? Yes. I was there. No, listen.
Yes, the artisanal fishers have held a press conference last year to talk about.
Oh, listen to me. Listen to me. Salikenya.
Yeah.
Tendaba, Bintang, Kemoto, Tankular, Jurunku, Albreda, Bara.
Well
your community, even today we are going to give your community a fishing boat, an outboard engine with nets.
Look, you told me.
But what happened to the facility in Salikenya? Tell me, what happened to the facility?
The same artisanal fishermen have held a press conference last year to denounce the activities of the fishermen.
You know what happened? You know what happened?
What happened?
You know what happened?
Tell me.
They were being motivated by foreigners. We know
foreigners.
that. Yes.
And
excuse
who are these
me.
Foreigners?
Yes, I know. We have the evidence. Even after that press conference, they came to the hotel and this foreigner was giving
anyway,
them money.
I was in the conference.
I was there.
They tell me the same thing.
Look, I was asked to go and chair that press conference. But we did not go. Yeah, because
you told them
it's not their mandate to regulate the fish meal factories. That is not their mandate.
And the mandate
that is not their mandate.
The mandate is yours, but you.
The mandate is collective, it's national. It's not only fisheries.
Now, the mandate is from your ministry.
That is not their responsibility to go. Is it their mandate to go and regulate the fishing industry?
Because your ministry that has the mandate was told by
Anyway,
FAO that the
I
fish
think we
mills
will
are
have
depleting the
to
fish
we
stock.
will have to end the
Can we have one more thing? Because
no,
your
we'll have to
ministry was
interview.
also edited.
No, you have come up with an agenda.
No, I
if
have
you
no agenda.
want to ask me about what we are doing in terms of national development, in terms of implementation of the
That's
NDP
exactly what I am
activities,
doing.
but you are basing your interview on this fish meal plants, small pelagics, which is not new. You are not asking me anything new. We have had Face the Nation in Gunjur, and the issue was discussed.
Yeah.
In Gunjur, Face the Nation program.
Yes.
We held that in Gunjur.
Yes.
The same thing. Fish meal plants.
I am sharing with you facts.
The reality is, let me tell you the reality. We have to get up and exploit the resources as Gambians.
And we have to do it sustainably, responsibly.
As Gambians. Once we are ready to do that, we will not allow foreigners to come and invest.
You talked about your arrest. Why were you arrested?
I was arrested for not registering artisanal fishing boats in 2008.
Are there other things?
In 2008, when I left this country in 2006 up to 2010 to do my PhD. In 2008, I was not in the Gambia. From 2006 to 2010, I was in the UK doing my PhD.
But the audit that indicted you and 8 others,
so if you tell me...
2008 or 2014, that's not 2008.
It's 2008
to 2014.
All right, when I returned from 2010, okay, from 2011 to 2014, I was the coordinator of the USAID Banja project.
Yes.
So I was not even in the government system.
You were not in the government in 2008, in 2014?
I was seconded to the USAID, to the Gambia-Senegal Sustainable Fisheries project, which was funded by USAID.
So this audit was bogus by internal audit department?
For me, as far as I'm concerned, it's bogus.
Well, auditors
because
told me...
For me, personally, I was not here. So even the officer who charged me with economic crime told me that, P.S., I'm sorry, our hands are tied. My statement at the police was less than one paragraph. Was just one paragraph.
Why do you think you were targeted? What did you put in the statement?
I was not here. 2008, I was not even a permanent secretary. Me, 2010, I came with my PhD. I was a fisheries officer. Okay?
And then this is
until 2011, when I was appointed as the WASH coordinator under the Gambia-Senegal Sustainable Fisheries Project.
And this audit happens to be between 2008 to 2014.
Yeah, so I was not here.
No, but you said you came in 2011 to be a fisheries officer.
So yeah, but I was working, I was running a project.
Oh, 2014 you said you were in secondment.
Listen, from 2011 to 2014, I was on the secondment.
So when did you become fisheries officer? Wasn't it 2011?
No. I became a fisheries officer in 2005 when I got my
But after
BSc.
you returned from PhD, you said you become a fisheries officer.
No, I was a fisheries officer, even with my PhD.
Yes.
Until after that, after some months, I was promoted as principal fisheries officer.
So that means you were working here?
Principal fisheries officer.
Yes.
But I was seconded to USAID Banja Fisheries
Later
project.
on?
What do you mean later on?
You served as a principal fisheries officer and then principal fisheries officer and then to USAID on second.
No. Listen.
Okay, I'm listening.
According to the scheme of service, if you have an undergraduate degree, you become a fisheries officer grade 8. All right? I had my BSc in 2004.
I read your biography, Doctor.
All right?
Yes, I read your biography.
All right. And then from 2000, when I came, I was a fisheries officer.
Well, the audit
up to 2010. I was a fisheries officer.
Well, I can assure you that your arrest was based on an audit report, a copy of
This is why when we went to court, the director of public prosecution told the judge, please, I'm praying to the court to remove the following list, the following names from the list. Because what have I committed? What have I committed? Nothing. Nothing.
Do you people usually, before out-of-court settlements, go and visit or get some visit from officials of boats, people who have boats?
The Navy is there.
You don't get visits at your homes from people whose boats you have confiscated?
No. Why? Why will you do that?
Well, I do have a recording that suggests you do.
No.
In 2017, 2018, you arrested Golden Lead 1, right? In September.
2017.
Yes, on 25th.
Okay.
September 2018, you arrested Golden Lead 1.
Okay.
And on 2018, on 28th September, you had made a decision. Your committee had made a decision to release them. And on 30th October, on 1st October, you had written to the Navy to release the boat. But the information I have, on September 27th, a day before the major decision is made, Golden Lead officials were at your house on September 27th. And if I play you a recording, an audio of your conversation with them, what would you say?
It's not me. It's not me.
How can it not
It's
be?
not me.
But
Come on, it's not me.
But your voice cannot
It's
be
not
heard.
me. My voice can be tampered. Look,
How?
I have been in this sector. Look, I have been in this sector for a very long time.
Okay, let
Alright?
me play you this.
I cannot.
This is not you? No, I cannot give you the phone, but I can play it for you.
Why you cannot give
just
me
listen,
this one?
Just listen.
Nyanja played this for me, and I have had this. And
Listen to it.
This is
Listen,
not
no,
true.
listen to it.
This is not true.
No, but listen to
No, wait, please.
Listen to no, listen to it.
This is
No,
money that has been
doctor,
manipulated.
Doctor, listen
Look,
to it. No, listen to
you
it.
cannot. What I'm telling you,
Yeah.
honestly, for us, our work is being
Doctor, but
based
you're not
on
listening
policies.
to the audio.
Oh, let me.
That is you. I have videos too.
Where?
This is you.
No.
And let me play you a second one.
No, I
before
know
you-
where you are coming now.
Now listen.
I know where you are
listen to this
coming.
one.
I
Listen,
know where you are
but
coming.
listen to it, doctor.
All right. So can we continue this interview when I come back?
No, but
you don't mind?
listen to it. I don't mind at
Yes,
all.
yes,
Listen
we
to this
can.
one.
Yeah, I have 9 minutes, and I told you midday,
I
right?
know, but you are
No.
saying, you are telling them categorically clear, and this is your voice.
Look, my friend, I have heard this. This is not true. This was manipulated. I know this. It's not true. These people,
how was
they
it manipulated?
look. I will not allow people to come to my home.
Listen to yourself.
No, what? Look, I will not allow people to come to my home. Why will I do that? I have a reputation.
Okay, now let's listen to
No, it's not is the interview about this audio?
No, the interview is
All
about
right.
the fisheries sector.
Okay,
But
please.
this audio is a
No, I know
fundamental
you
part
have,
of
but you have an agenda, right?
You told them.
All right, can we stop then
No,
continue?
you told them on the video.
Can you told
You told
we
them
stop?
on the audio that you were collecting. They had given you 100,000. And
What
according
is
to no, this is recorded by a Chinese national who have had contacts with, and he has showed several videos, several audios of your meeting, and he knows your location, knows your house, knows everything about you.
Yeah, it's easy to know that. If I want to know your location, if I want to make a fault against you, it's easy.
And
It's
also
easy. But what
to
I am
record
telling you,
the exact voice of the person.
you think, is this not? If it is true, you think if this is true, if this is true, you think I'll be here?
Why aren't you listening to yourself?
No.
Why aren't you listening?
No, because I have listened to this and I have, it's not.
No, you haven't listened.
I have. Billahi wal kitab. I did.
But you.
I did.
It's not you.
I did. It's not me.
How do you explain that?
It's not me.
They
did not come. Where's the evidence that they came to my home? Home.
Chinese haven't come to your home.
For what?
Isn't that the reason why you would set out of court settlements and give them 1 million fine when they're supposed to?
Oh no, my brother, no.
Well, the law says a minimum of 5 million, but you give them 1 million fine, and you see no.
Yeah, even the act is saying 25 million.
No, it says minimum of
5 million, 25 million. But we have discussed that. I told you. We cannot go by that.
Because they are giving you money.
I cannot advise that. Even at the committee level, we have agreed.
Because they are giving you money.
Really?
Yes. Because
excuse me, you think if we are not genuine, if we are not serious about sustainable fisheries development, you think we will enter into an MOU with Sea Shepherd?
Doctor.
You think we will, excuse me, you think we will?
Now, you asking me a question. Now, I will, no, wait.
Because we are committed, because we want to manage and protect the fisheries sector.
Under the rules, we don't
This is why we have entered into an MOU with Sea Shepherd.
Let me answer your question.
Yes.
The Sea Shepherd, the information they give me concludes that the fish meals.
No, it's not.
No,
Peter will be here very soon.
Doctor.
We have got the names, excuse me, we have the names of the vessels and the type of fishing they do. All right? Excuse me, the type of fishing they do, either for pelagics, for fish and cephalopods, or for shrimps.
You think Golden Lead will not bribe people? You think the company has a reputation, a good reputation?
I don't know much about Golden Lead.
Well, in this is a food certificate authority, writing to a food certificate authority in Japan, telling them Golden Lead had exported. You could see this is from food safety.
Food safety and quality. Yes.
They exported illegally without
this
a
is
food
health certificate from the Gambia for fish meal, to whom it may concern.
Was forged. I spoke to food certificate authority and they
please be informed. No, that's not what they are here.
Everything is pointing to the fact that the company is
This is a health certificate. This is a health certificate.
No, this is food certificate. The
health certificate.
Yes, but that's
from
what
the Gambia fish meal.
The one that they are supposed to have.
This is from the Food Safety and Quality Authority of the Gambia.
I know. I'm telling you.
They are the authority responsible for certification of fish,
company exported
including food products. Both for import and export.
Look,
I know
food
this.
Certificate authority.
When it comes to food safety and quality, that is my background.
No, I am saying if the company can fake that document, you think they cannot bribe officials?
Well, I don't know about that.
But they faked it. You've seen. You've read the letter.
Is this fake?
The letter is saying that they faked a food certificate to export.
From where?
Food product to export their
food certificate from where?
Golden Lead faked a food certificate from our food safety authority to export.
I think the best thing is you direct that to.
No. I'm saying if they can do that, I'm giving you an evidence that they did that.
No.
And if they can do that, that means they can do other things as well.
If anything to do with food safety and quality, or in as much as we are stakeholders with them, so you've never collected a bribe from Golden? No, I have not. Nor have your minister? No, I cannot vouch for that.
And yet we know from FAO, from Sea Shepherd, from Greenpeace, from Fishing for Catastrophe, that their activities are destroying the environment, reducing the small pelagics, and you know this.
No, it's not true.
But the FAO report is saying the same thing.
Look, listen, you are talking to me. I am a scientist. And what I am telling you, sir, we have the 2019 figures of Sardinella.
And they said?
As far as Mauritania, Senegal, and the Gambia is concerned, we have the highest stock level of this.
I just read you FAO report.
Listen, I'm telling you of 2019. Biomass for pelagic resources.
You don't even have the quantity of fish meal products. these people are exporting out of the Gambia? Because you don't even have proper monitoring there.
That is the responsibility. If I need that information,
You go to the trade.
I go to food safety and quality, because
any
exports going out, they have to have the records.
Now I'm telling
if it
you,
is relating to fish and fishery products.
I'm telling you that your company, your ministry does not have it at the plant.
Have what?
Aren't you supposed to have some monitoring at the plant?
Of course, like any other fish processing plant. So but that is the responsibility that used to be the responsibility of the fisheries department. But now that responsibility has been shifted to Food Safety and Quality Authority. Finally, they are responsible.
Finally, you don't settle out of court settlements.
They are responsible for the certification of food processing, inspection, certification of food processing establishments and businesses, including exports.
Doctor, close to 40 cases of violation in our waters. You settle it out of court.
Even if we have one now, even if we have one now, and the offender wants us to settle it out of court with permission with approval from the Honorable Minister, we will summons the out of court committee to have this meeting. All right,
you damn the law.
If the offender wants us to go to court, we will still go to court.
You damn the law.
Tell them, anyone who wants the case to go to court, we will go to court.
And you want to settle the law.
And we will.
You damn the law. That the law is insignificant because the law is stipulating a fine.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying, the Ministry of Justice is represented at this committee to guide us, and we listen to him. We listen to everybody.
And that's why you would.
And on that note, I thank you very much.
For fines that could have
I thank you very much for granting me this interview. You know, yes. It's midday now. You know, I have another function.
Then thank you for granting us the interview.
Thank you too. Please, but I have. It's nothing but. I have another engagement.
It's okay. It's okay. Yes. This should be sufficient.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. So now I can see you know where you people are coming from. Good morning, Honorable. Wow. So many a guy. Hello. Running my 100,000. We need to talk to you. Okay. So one now then the gravity of the crime. So we will try to meet. You know. So this is a good deal, right? We will communicate with them. I'm not going to find a guy who's Gimbi. So affaire benen bina wax ñu faate loolu waaw okay all right okay all right good luck, safe journey. Yes, material safety. So I will call you, keep this, tell him to keep this for us. All right, I will tell the minister, because this I will share with the minister. This, if I should take, I will give half minister. So when we meet, you know, we will solve that. Okay. But the other charges, the other crimes, we will take decision and we will communicate. Maybe it's going to be a fine. You know, the law says fine. We want to help. Otherwise, we'll go to court. But we want to help quickly. Take a decision today